Here are the 2021 Ford Bronco exterior colors. Let's take a look at this. Amazing, folks. Now, Ford announced the all-new 2021 Bronco SUV and the 2021 Bronco Sport rugged crossover. And now we're taking a look at the 2021 Ford Bronco colors, which include 3 warm hues, blue hue, and several neutral tones. What we're looking at right now is the appears to be the Rapid Red. Now, the Rapid Red is an awesome color, as you guys see here. We're going to go through some of these colors and hopefully we get them all right from the get-go. Here's what appears to be looks like the carbonized gray. And here is the carbonized, matter of fact, let's call it the antimatter blue. This is an antimatter blue. This right here is the Area 51 color. And this right here is the cactus gray. As you see, the tint and everything changes. It doesn't really appear to be gray in some angles, but it is the cactus gray. Right here is this is a carbonized gray. This right here is the cyber orange. And again, this is the Area 51. This may be the Summit White. Well, we all know the all-new Ford Bronco will start just under $28,400 for the 2-door model and $33,200 for the 4-door model. We don't know whether the available exterior colors will carry extra costs. It's worth noting that Ford is seeing a significant amount of interest in the 2021 Ford Bronco, with the limited production first edition model selling out in mere hours. There's quite a bit to take in aside from the 10 available 2021 Ford Bronco colors, including a total of 7 trim levels, including the Big Bend, the Outer Banks, the Wild Track. One critical component of the Bronco is an exclusive terrain management system. With a go over any type of terrain mode, up to 7 driver selectable modes are offered, including the normal, eco, sport, slippery, sand with the Baja, mud ruts, and rock crawl for off-road driving. So we have a lot here, folks. As far as the exterior colors, we also have here, and let's talk about this in a little bit more specific detail. Let's go back and look at this Rapid Red. Now, the Rapid Red is also going to be on the base color, the Big Bend, the Black Diamond, Outer Banks, Wild Track, Badlands, and the first edition. This is the color that's going to be offered on all 3 of them as well. And here we have sometimes I look at this and I'm thinking about Shadow Black. But then when you also look at it, you can also see that Shadow Black is the only one that feels this. Now, Shadow Black is across the board. It's going to be on the base model, the Big Bend, the Black Diamond, the Outer Banks, the Wild Track, and the Badlands. But not on the first edition. No Shadow Black. So everything but the first edition. And then we have here the Antimatter Blue. Now the Antimatter Blue is going to be on the Black Diamond, the Outer Banks, the Wild Track, Badlands, yep. But not on the first edition. And then we have here what appears to be the Cactus Gray. Sometimes it's hard to put that's why the Cactus Gray is so nice. From different angles, it looks like a different color. I mean, you see that, and you also see the Area 51. I believe this is the Area 51. Let's just call it the Area 51. That's what it reminds me of. That's what the color is. Now, the Area 51 is not offered on the base model, but it is offered on the Big Bend, and it's offered on the Black Diamond, and it's also offered on the Outer Banks. It's also offered on the Wild Track, and it's offered on the Badlands, and the first edition. So the only one that the Area 51 is not offered is on the base model. You're not going to get the Area 51 color. And here you have what appears to be the Oxford White. Sometimes you look at this, it looks like, it's easy to get these sort of mixed up, but it doesn't have none of the iconic silver looks, but it definitely is, to me, 100% the Oxford White. Now, the Oxford White is offered on the base model. It's offered on the base model, the Big Bend, the Black Diamond, the Outer Banks, and the Wild Track, and the Badlands, but not on the first edition. Nope, not on the first edition, folks. So the only one that's not offered on is not on the first edition. Then we have here sometimes when you look at this, it appears to be green, but this is actually this looks like the Cactus Gray. But it also looks like a blend of the Area 51. But for some reason, we're gonna stay with the Cactus Gray. Now the Cactus Gray, let's see. When you look at this, it looks like it's some kind of a dark green. But it could be either. But it also looks like more like the Cactus Gray. Now the Cactus Gray is offered on the again, Big Bend. I don't know if I said this already. Black Diamond, the Outer Banks. Let's look at the Outer Banks. Yep, the Outer Banks, the Wild Track, and the Badlands, and also the first edition. So the Cactus Gray is offered on every one but the base model. And then you have the Cyber Orange Metallic Tri-Coat. Now, not offered on the base model. Also, not offered on the Big Bend model, no, neither. But it is offered on the Black Diamonds, the Outer Banks, the Wild Track, the Badlands, and also the first edition. So the only two that is not offered on is the base model and the Big Bend. And I believe that is it, folks, as far as the different colors, the different specs that you can get this baby in. Let's get in more details about the colors. Now the 2021 Ford Bronco and the Bronco Sport is pretty exciting on paper, but how about the metal? Now one of the most compelling things about the new vehicle design can be its available paint finishes. And Ford new 4x4 is coming out the gate with quite a few appealing options, as you can see here. Ford has made a couple of tools available for buyers and people that are hopeful buyers to toy around with the Bronco and the Bronco Sport configurations and paint finishes. So we decided to compile the latter for easy reference. While both the Bronco and the Bronco Sport would be available in 10 finishes at launch, the two lines do not completely overlap. Here are 10 paint finishes available, in which we already went over, folks. We went over all of them, from the Shadow Black, the Rapid Red, Race Red, Oxford White, Iconic Silver, Cyber Orange, Carbonized Gray, Cactus Gray, Area 51, and the Antimatter Blue. But it's worth noting that Ford has a history of announcing new paint options in between debut and the start of a series production. For example, the Mustang Mach-E, for example, gained a Cyber Orange, shared with the Bronco appropriately enough, months after the electric crossover was introduced. At this point, we can't rule out the possibility that Ford will do the same with the highly anticipated Bronco. Now, from what I heard, back in 1956, there were different colors, and up until, I guess, throughout the 70s, there were different colors that are not offered. And I'm sure that Ford is going to go back and look at that palette, and they're going to add these colors because people are going to want a color that sticks to the heritage. And not only that, but I think it would do something to the value of the car, of the SUV too, if they stuck with the heritage type of colors. And personally, I think if I did a video on it, I probably haven't. And if I haven't, I will do a video on the Bronco colors that they've had through history. Because you know Ford's going to go back to the heritage just to give the SUV more value, to stick to the... You know, they also have these colors, and they have those colors that were around in the 70s and the 80s, just to keep the Bronco heritage real, and people who want to be truly authentic with the color of their Broncos. This is Automotive Reviews. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed looking at these colors. If I messed up or did anything that, you saw something that I did not do, feel free to comment on it, because sometimes it's really hard to look at the different shades of color. You can't get that Cyber Orange wrong though, but everything else, sometimes different angles, you just don't know. But definitely guys, appreciate you guys coming to this channel, and you guys have a wonderful day.
If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more interesting videos.